Hi, I'm Mike McKay. Social distancing in 2020 had quite an impact on my people photography. Kind of landed me on my ear. So I guess the title of my showcase is People Picks 2019. I probably shouldn't start with my favorite, but here it is. And it's literally the last shot of 2019. It's New Year's Eve, shot on my phone. We were out celebrating the arrival of 2020. Think about that for a moment. And a few days before that shot was this Christmas image. A community near us in Florida raises money for a hospice by creating an astounding community of Christmas lights and collecting donations from the crowds who come to see it. To date, they've raised nearly $1 million. This 60th birthday shot of Heather may be the only people picture I took in 2020. This grab shot, socially distanced of course, was taken as she gathered a few friends outside my house in her quest to walk 60 kilometers to celebrate her 60th birthday. And speaking of friends, here's fellow club member D. Ray. He gets me and my camera out there. Here, we're shooting at the 2019 Chalk Festival in Venice, Florida. I like to see what I can do to photograph the artist at work. At these festivals, they always have their contact info on display. If I like the shot well enough, I follow up by sending the artist a copy. They always respond gratefully and sometimes add the shot to their Instagram or whatever. This event was in November. It was unseasonably cold, which is why the artists are so bundled up. Since they're on their knees with their nose in the pavement, it's not always possible to get a decent shot of the face. So sometimes you yell at them and get them to wave. I do have a full face shot of this artist, but it was her hair that got me to engage with her. And no, I did not bump the saturation on this shot. From a people picture point of view, the club's Life, Faces and Figures group provides wonderful opportunities. We get to work hard on the aesthetics of the shot without having to struggle with the stress of an event or a subject who's worried about how he or she looks. This shot with a Photoshop background is from a Portrait Essentials workshop in 2019 that was led by Wilf Oberthier. This is an October shot from a Life, Faces and Figures group shoot at the Mackenzie King Estate. The weather had been cool, and I was worried that the models might not dress appropriately, so I warned them to dress warmly. A warm model is a happy model. Looks like I was right. The group did a shoot at the Railway Museum in Smith Falls. They were very good. They kept a staff member on and they let us have the run of the premises after closing. It would be a great urban outing, but from a portrait point of view, it was a challenge. This shot in the station is made with ambient light and a reflector camera right. The group likes shooting at Andrew Hayden Park. It's a charming outdoor setting with water, a variety of landscape, scenic little footbridges. I like getting high-key images in outdoor settings, and I'm particularly fond of this one. In the years that a group can safely occupy the studio, we normally do a workshop on shooting with white seamless backgrounds. It's a great opportunity to deal with light and white. In these sessions, I normally plan one set where the model's dressed in white on white. Speaking of white seamless, I have to show you this one. This image is exactly how it came out of the camera. I think that only happened once before in my life. I did take the second catch light out of the eyes. So here are a few family shots. These seamless shots belong in a family series that we're shooting every 3 years. It looks like we'll be out of the pandemic in time to do the next one. This too is a family shot. 6 of my wife's 9 brothers were here for the St. Albert Threshing Festival. It was very noisy and very dusty, and it set a world record with 243 ancient threshing machines operating at once. It was also a pink ribbon event. 2 birthday cards. These have been made into jigsaw puzzles and given as gifts. Some of you will remember Leah. She occasionally worked as a model for us in the studio workshops. My last shot of her was for her birthday. It was the end of October before the pandemic. I like Leah's steel blue eyes. Here I made use of my 105mm macro. I use it a lot in portraiture. This shot's handheld at 1/200th of a second. I was thinking I could finish the showcase with a selfie reflected in those eyes. That didn't work out, however, so I'll have to use one of the regular old ones. I'm Mike McKay.